right now. 400 million people are living under a 600-foot wall of concrete that's showing cracks nobody wants to talk about. If this dam fails, and engineers say if, not when, it'll be the deadliest disaster in human history. Not natural disaster. Human history. Period. The craziest part? The government knows. The engineers know. Hell, even Google Earth removed the images. So you can't see how bad it really is. This is the story of the Three Gorges Dam, the world's largest ticking time bomb, and why 400 million Chinese citizens are basically playing Russian roulette, every single day. Let's talk about the most gangster construction project ever attempted. China looked at the Yangtze River, the third longest river on Earth, and said, yeah, we're gonna stop that. Not slow it down, not redirect it, stop it. They built a wall of concrete 600 feet tall and 1.4 miles wide. That's taller than the Washington Monument, wider than the Golden Gate Bridge, holds back 10 trillion gallons of water. 10 trillion gallons. That's enough water to cover the entire state of Texas. 1 foot deep. And it's all being held back by concrete that's already cracking, but Let's rewind to why they built this monster in the first place. The Yangtze River floods. 4 million people die, not 1,000, not 100,000, 4 million. The deadliest natural disaster ever recorded. Floods again. 30,000 dead. Floods again. 4,000 dead. 15 million homeless. China said, 8, that's it. We're done with this river's BS. The plan? Build a dam so massive it would end flooding forever. Generate enough electricity to power half the country. And this is the wild part. Create a reservoir so big you can see it from space. Construction starts in 1994, but here's where things get sketchy. The chief engineer, Lin Yashan Stratup, refuses to sign off on the project. Dude literally walks out saying, "Dudes, this will be a catastrophe." The government's response? Cool story, bro. We're building it anyway. They fired him, deleted his reports, proceeded like nothing happened. First red flag, right? When your top engineer bounces, maybe pump the brakes. But nah, China's like, we got this. 2003, the dam starts filling with water. That's when the problems start. First problem, the weight. 10 trillion gallons of water weighs 39 billion tons. That's so heavy, It literally slowed Earth's rotation by 0.06 microseconds. This dam made days longer. Think about that. But wait on Earth's crust. That's where stuff gets scary. Since the dam filled, the area has had over 3,000 earthquakes. 3,000. Before the dam. Maybe 100 per decade. The reservoir is so heavy, It's literally crushing the ground beneath it, creating new fault lines, triggering quakes. May 12, 2008, Sichuan earthquake, 87,000 people dead. Official cause, natural disaster. Every seismologist on Earth, that dam triggered it. China's response, no comment. But earthquakes ain't even the scariest part. The dam, is moving. Like the whole damn thing is sliding. Satellite data from 2003 to 2018 shows the dam has moved 1.7 inches downstream. That doesn't sound like much, till you realize we're talking about 28 million tons of concrete that's not supposed to move. ATOL, it's also sinking. The center section has dropped 2.3 inches. Again, concrete doesn't sink unless something's seriously wrong underneath. Chinese state media says it's normal elastic deformation. Western engineers say it's pre-failure deformation. Guess who I believe? July 2020. Record flooding hits China. The Yangtze River is raging. Three Gorges Dam hits maximum capacity. Water is literally flowing over the top. And then, the government does something that makes everyone's blood run cold. They admit the dam is deformed. Not experiencing elastic deformation, not within normal parameters, deformed. Then they delete the statement. Claim it was mistranslated. Block all satellite imagery of the dam. Kick out foreign journalists. Nothing suspicious about that, Right, but here's what leaked out anyway. The concrete has over 10,000 cracks. Some are hairline, some you can stick your whole arm in. Ship locks that let boats through, they leak 300 million gallons per day. The turbines that generate electricity, 7 have catastrophically failed. They're running at 60% capacity to prevent more failures. And the kicker? The silt problem. Rivers carry dirt, sand, rocks, silt. Normally, it flows to the ocean, but the dam stops it. All of it. Every year. 100 million tons of silt pile up behind the dam. In 20 years, that's 2 billion tons of mud. Pressing against the concrete, the reservoir is literally filling with dirt. In 50 years, it'll be a concrete wall holding back mud, not water. Useless for flood control. Useless for power. Just a massive wall, waiting to fail. So what happens when, if it fails, buckle up, because this is nightmare fuel. The water would blast out at 60 miles per hour. A wall of water 300 feet tall. It's moving faster than you can drive. First city hit, Yecheng, population 4 million. Time until impact, 4 hours. The entire city would be under 150 feet of water, in minutes. Every building below 15 stories, gone. Every person who didn't evacuate, dead. Next, Wuhan. THAT Wuhan. Population, 11 million. Time until impact, 10 hours. The water would be 50 feet deep. That's 5 stories underwater. The subway system would become a death trap. Millions would drown in the tunnels. Next, Nanjing. Population, 8 million. Time until impact, 24 hours. By now the water is spread out, but it's still 20 feet deep. The entire city floods. Infrastructure collapses. Next, Shanghai. Population 24 million. Time until impact, 30 hours. Even Shanghai, 400 miles away, would see 10-foot flooding. The financial capital of China, underwater. Total death toll. Conservative estimate, 100 million dead in 48 hours. Real estimate, 400 million affected. Maybe 200 million dead. It would make every natural disaster in history look like a minor inconvenience. But here's the thing that really pisses me off. China knows this. They've run the simulations. They have evacuation plans for dam incidents. They've built entire ghost cities upstream, ready to house refugees. They're preparing for the failure they swear can't happen, the people living downstream. They're not allowed to talk about it. Social media posts about dam safety, deleted. Citizens asking questions, visited by police. Scientists raising concerns disappeared. A geologist named Wang Weluo published a paper in 2019 saying the dam could fail within 10 years. He hasn't been seen since. His family says he's traveling. His colleagues say he's in prison. The government says he doesn't exist. That's how serious China is about keeping this quiet. Meanwhile, 400 million people wake up every day, betting their lives on concrete that's cracking, moving, sinking, and deforming. They go to work, send their kids to school, plan their futures, all while living under a sword of Damocles that could drop.
Any second.
The wildest part, insurance companies know. No major insurance company will write policies for properties within 200 miles of the dam. Not one. Lloyd's of London, who will insure literally anything, said, "Nah, we're good," when insurance companies won't take your money.